In a vacuum, the new Gengar is actually amazing. With 140 HP, its Hypnoblast attack deals 70 damage for 2 energy, while also putting the active Pokemon to sleep. Let's compare this to Vileplume and Wigglytuff EX. Both of these require 3 energy for what is essentially the same attack. Yes, they deal 10 more damage, but 10 damage is not worth the extra energy. Their retreat costs are also higher than Gengar. While Wigglytuff is a stage 1 evolution, it's also an EX Pokemon. So why hasn't Gengar seen much play? While typing is a factor, the main reason is Arceus. This douchebag is way more oppressive than you'd initially think. Fabled Luster prevents Arceus from falling asleep, and because the meta revolves around him, Gengar's Hypnoblast gets somewhat nullified by the most popular meta deck. Despite this, there are perks to playing Gengar in this metagame. Not all matchups are Arceus. In fact, the metagame is quite diverse, and the second most popular deck runs fighting types, which Gengar hits super effectively, giving us a good matchup into the #1 Arceus counter. So I decided to cook what I believe to be the best Gengar deck. With this Gengar build, we put our enemies to sleep while also attacking their hand. The new Ghastly's Astonish attack has a 50% chance of shuffling a random card from our opponent's hand right back into their deck. Combining Ghastly with Red Card can allow us to absolutely decimate our opponent's hand. We play Red Card first and reduce their hand size down to 3. We then Astonish, and if the coin flip gods smile at us, we get to reduce their hand size down to 2. To play around early game Sabrina, most players hold on to Pokemon in their hand early on, which makes Red Card better than it's ever been, despite it barely seeing any play. This is also one of the reasons why we run Rotom, who provides us with a 1 energy attacker to support our Gengar evolution line, punishing players for equipping tools onto their leads. If they don't play their tools because of Rotom, they keep them in hand, which plays right into Red Card value. Rotom also provides us with electric type coverage, allowing us to hit water types super effectively. Jinx is our 5th basic Pokemon, providing us with an endgame attacker that can revenge kill our opponent's sweeper with her psychic attack, which becomes stronger the more energy the Pokemon has. Our supporter cards are 1 copy of Giovanni, Sabrina, and Cyrus, providing us with the ability to disrupt our opponent's formation, enhance our damage output, and hunt down their weakened Pokemon for the win. We attack the hand and put the enemy to sleep. This Gengar deck offers all kinds of disruption paired with reliable 2 energy damage output. This is easily one of the most fun non-EX decks I've played so far. What Pokemon should I build around next? You decide. Leave a comment down below and we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We post Pokemon Pocket decks here daily. Have a solid day, enjoy the games, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, here we go. Let's play some Gengar, masquerading as Mewtwo. We have a Rotom lead here. Double Haunter into a Gengar, as we're facing off against Electric going first. Joltik, I haven't seen you in a minute. This Pokemon communication can lead to several things, but I'm going to go ahead and preserve it in my hand, because even though I could hunt for the Ghastly, I'm going to be using this Rotom as a bit of a wall first anyways. And I want to draw 1 more card before I go for it. Now I do go for the Pokemon communication because I thinned the deck out of a Jinx. So the odds of finding Ghastly are greater. And we can start building it up. There we go. We deploy Ghastly and Jinx. And I'm going to use this Rotom to basically sponge the hit. Because I know this thing is coming down and I can't really do much about it. And now we send the Ghastly in. We can survive a hit from that. We could have set up the Jinx to knock this out with, but if we didn't have Giovanni, like if I would have known I drew into Giovanni, it would have been fine. So I'm going to place the energy onto you. I'm going to evolve into Haunter, who will survive the hit from Galvantula. And I'm going to Will-O-Wisp here. Make use of my 80 HP to survive this hit. See where they place their energy. Drawing into a cape here would be ideal. Okay, wow. Yeah, that's huge. Because now I can evolve into Gengar. I can apply Cape. And just like that, we're back into the game. As this Jolty comes down, do they find the second Galvantula? They do. I'm going to use the Giovanni to knock this out. They can revenge me with a Magnemite. But we do have the Jinx to come in and potentially punish a Magneton. I do have Sabrina in the deck as well, so Sabrina would be an amazing top deck here. But they are just going to apply a cape onto this, which puts them at range anyways, but now's when Jinx comes in. Even though I have a Ghastly in the back, and I am technically vulnerable to Sabrina, which they likely play, because we've dealt with both Galvantulas, we're no longer vulnerable to that. So if I top deck something like Haunter, this red card doesn't really accomplish much. I think if they had Magneton, they would have already evolved the one in the back at the very least. So I'm going to go with... I'm going to go for damage with Jinx. I have Cyrus in hand, so I can hunt this Magnemite down. I'm not vulnerable to Magneton next turn. And if the Magneton starts Volt Charging, then it's gonna be bad for it, because Jinx is a natural counter to that. This won't be the game where we play red card, but this approach did end up working out. The Giovanni was clutch. I mean, I could have put the Galvantula to sleep, but Giovanni basically made it so that I didn't have to flip a coin for it. Jinx is still very underplayed. I mean, it's not like it's doing anything crazy here, but as a basic, the potential damage output that it has is very neat. They retreat, and that's where Cyrus comes in. Shout outs to your boy Rotom. Doing absolutely nothing but taking hits this game. And it's the role we needed him to play. Sometimes you just gotta be the punching bag so the other ones can prepare. As down goes Magneton, you can start Volt Charging all you want. The more, the better. They actually made the correct play to not Volt Charge. We got 2 ways to win. But 1 energy is enough. For my girl who deals 50 damage. There we go. Combining Magnezone and Galvantula. It's a bit ambitious, because you have a deck with a bunch of pieces. We combine Gengar with something like Jinx, because Jinx doesn't require extra pieces to function. But, you know, interesting concept, I guess. I'll take it. Round 2. All right, round 2 against Lori. Going first. Versus fighting. We have a Ghastly lead that could become a Haunter, Double Pokeball, and Double Professor's Research. I mean, I don't know what more you can have or want out of an opening hand. Unfortunately, we run into a Pokemon that's not weak to Psychic. I had my hopes up. We do find the Haunter. We're going to double Pokeball because we already have the Ghastly. As we find Rotom. And another Rotom. That Sabrina is pretty neat. I'm gonna keep these Rotoms in hand. Because I don't want to be Sabrina myself, but the Sabrina is neat because I can bring in the Marshadow and basically prevent this Marowak from coming down. Ideally, I want a cape though, so I don't succumb to the Boomerang. Okay, this Growl doesn't really matter much. Marowak does. By going for Sabrina, I force him to have Marowak and X speed. They have 5 cards in hand, though. So what do I do here? Do I hunt for... I think I use the Sabrina early. To try to delay them. This Sabrina forces them to have a pivot trainer card. There's Diglett. And they don't have it good. So that's Sabrina play definitely worked out. And now we force him to evolve into Marowak, so they'll only gain 1 shot at it, but Gengar can be extremely punishing here. We still have a Rotom in hand. We find another Ghastly. We have 2 Gengars and 1 Pokemon Communication in the deck. I believe in this research. I believe in my research. Cyrus, Gengar, there we go. We drop that second Ghastly here. We evolve. At this point, I'm going to place a Rocky Helmet. And I'm going to go for that Hypnoblast. Let's get it. Let's get it. Boom. Just like that. That Sabrina. That Sabrina play was everything. I one-shot Dougie. And I still keep this Rotom in hand to potentially swap into something else with communication. They have Mankey. Oh, they got a diverse lineup here. Oh my god, this beautiful 2-hit KO. And it stays asleep. Oh, and we find Jinx, who we develop and put energy onto immediately. And now we Hypnoblast them. We get the EX kill, get those 2 easy points. And Marshadow can't come in. Because Marshadow does not one-shot me. Because my boy thick. My boy got 140 HP. You gotta bring in Dougie. You gotta bring in Dougie. But the Rocky Helmet puts Dougie at range for Cyrus. We looking good here. Oh my goodness. This Sabrina play was everything. Without that force switch, Marowak going second is an absolute monster, and we were able to deny that. Dougie connects. Does he dig? He does. All right. That may be a good time to bring in Ghastly. To astonish, because they can pivot into Primeape, but Primeape can't really, like, if they take out my Ghastly and they bring in Primeape, then I knock out Primeape, even with a cape. So I'm going to do this. I'm not going to evolve into Haunter. I'm going to astonish them. Actually, what am I even talking about? What? Wait. I derped. I have Cyrus. I have Cyrus. What? This comes off like horrible BM. This comes off so douchey. Oh my god. I did not mean to do that. Oh my god. I'm not that toxic, okay? I just forgot that the Marshadow was Cyrusable. I don't know why. That Sabrina though. Oh my god, that Sabrina was gorgeous. Nicole Lee We finally get to go second. Feels good, man, against grass. Oh, we got the combo. We got the red card into Astonish. Oh, Meadows. And they have a Rotom lead, which we can completely ignore here. Oh my, oh, this red card into Astonish can completely delete their hand. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do I play a Rocky Helmet here? That's the question. Do I play this Rocky Helmet? I'm not expecting an initial attack from them, so no. Oh, baby. Oh, and can we take another one? Oh, please say it's so. Oh, let's go! No Pokeball! We just deleted their hand. Oh my god. I gotta play red card more because people are really like not playing around it. This is stonks right now. Oh my goodness. Do I Sabrina into the Cyrus? Into the Arceus. I always mix the two. The problem, oh my god, the problem is I don't have any other Pokemon. I do not have any other Pokemon. Oh, jeez. Oh my god, am I gonna lose even after all that? I think I have to Sabrina here, regardless. To start attacking this Arceus. Oh, I'm so vulnerable though. I really need that Gengar draw. That Gengar draw is everything. Gengar draw is absolutely everything here. Oh my god, am I gonna lose anyways? Oh Jesus. Oh god, what is I still have no Pokemon though. I still have no Pokemon in the back. If I hit this for 70, I dropped it to 40. Double Potion puts it out of range, so I do have to Rocky Helmet here. I can't put this to sleep. So I have to two-shot it the old-fashioned way. Oh my goodness. Where are my Pokemon? This board can retaliate though. My HP, this allows me to barely survive here. But oh my god, I need something. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I can't send this Gengar to the back though. I cannot send this Gengar to the back. Because the Rotom will just finish it. I could get Sabrina here, but I just cannot leave this Gengar alone. They bring in Arceus again, but they can retreat with it easily, unless they have a Leaf. But if they play Leaf and Shaman, that seems a little bit excessive. So I'm not expecting it here, because they play this and Shaman. Seems a little bit redundant. They're playing Grass. What is their Grass type? Carnivine. Carnivine, but why didn't they drop the Rotom? If they pick up Carnivine, they can pivot the Rotom immediately. I don't know why they didn't do that. Oh my goodness. We draw into Jinx. Very nice. Oh, I was actually vulnerable there for a moment. After that amazing opener. It's because I didn't draw Professor's Research, right? Yeah. There's the Carnivine. I don't need to hunt this Arceus down anymore. The Rocky Helmet allows me to put it at 60. If I top deck Giovanni, it's over. They put a cape on it though. That means I just send in Rotom. That's the purpose of Rotom in this deck. Like, it gives me a fast 1 energy attacker that Psychic just kind of like has a good basic that does that. And Rotom punishes, you know, everybody uses tools. So Rotom is a lot better than people think it is. I have Pokemon Communication. I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to put the energy onto Jinx, and I'm going to assault them for 50 damage. We have Cyrus in hand. So naturally, they want to be pivoting this away, but Cyrus will allow me to just bring it back. What an opener, though. That was crazy. That was amazing. Even though I deleted their hand, it doesn't feel like I actually managed to do much in this sense. Maybe they should just start placing the energy onto Arceus again. Yeah. But my Rotom does not like it when Pokemon run away from him. My Rotom is like, nah. You want to fight me? Fight me then. Until the very end. Ah, that one was neat. All right, Metal J, what do you got? We're going first against fire. Against fire. What do we lead off with? I'm going to do so with Rotom. Because I don't have Haunter in my hand. I was expecting Moltres. But not having Haunter in my hand is a big no-no. I'm going to drop Double Ghastly and keep the Rotom in hand for Pokemon Communication. They go for the Stomp. They have your boy Pete as well. They're playing Rapidash with... Okay. We do find Haunter. The downside with placing the energy on this Rotom is that if they have the Rapidash and they flip heads... No, but the 2 damage is important. I'm going to go for it. But Rapidash one-shotting my Rotom is a problem here. They have Potion. Okay. Okay, so it's just... Okay, they don't have the Rapidash. They do have a Potion, though. They miss again, which keeps my Rotom safe, and now placing the energy on this Rotom allows me to keep attacking. I have red card, but they don't seem to have the evolution pieces they need, so I don't feel compelled to play it. I'm gonna keep the Haunter in the back as well, because I could surprise them with a Giovanni kill here. Now they do connect. Problem is the Magmar comes in and... see what we draw. We pick up Gengar. We do want to be putting this Rotom out. The question is, what tool do we put on the Gengar? Rocky Helmet allows me to preserve my Giovanni for later. But if they... Yeah, I feel like Rocky Helmet is still better. I could have red carded here, but they haven't played Professor's Research yet. This may deter them from attacking me, because because my Hypno Blast will kill them. And then I can surprise them with a Giovanni kill. Like, I'm trying to use this Rocky Helmet as a deterrent, basically. Though it kind of like doesn't make sense for them to want to attack me, but maybe they want to buy some time. They go for the cape, and the Giovanni combination with the Rocky Helmet makes a difference. I could act like I also account for that. There's the Blaine. Because I did. Obviously. There just wasn't a reason to play Giant Cape, considering the context. But this Giovanni gonna come in clutch as we go for a Pokeball to find Jinx. Who we will develop and place energy onto effective immediately. And I'm gonna call onto my homie Giovanni. We're best friends. I'm not into none of that shady shit that he does, but you know, I don't judge him either. And that's a pretty clean victory right there. Not resorting to the red card. I could have used the red card after I knocked that out, but because they hadn't played Professor's Research, I didn't really feel compelled to. Like, the game could drag out for whatever reason, and they could build up more cards, and then I could use the red card then. Okay. We're on a roll, man. This deck is putting in the work, but we have the test here. We have red card, which can punish a slow opener from them, as they do have Dialga going second, but Rotom deters them from placing a tool onto it. As we're going to go for that research. Great draw here. We got double Gengar in hand. Pokemon Communication into Haunter. I'm going to hold on to my cards before they Mars me. I think if you play Dialga Arceus, you should be doing that. They go for that. I want them to play the research first. I want them to preserve their board. They play Skarmory. We draw into Pokeball. As we find Ghastly. We red card them here. To basically take 2 cards from them. Undo the Pokeball, essentially. Energy onto Rotom, and we start assaulting. Preventing them from playing Rocky Helmet. It seems like Rotom is not doing much here, but what it is actually accomplishing... They find the other research. That's a little bit annoying, but... At least they don't get to build up their hand further. Because of that, they don't find the basic to ramp into, which is amazing. We have Haunter, we have Jinx. We could play a Cape here so that the Skarmory can't just come in and kill our Rotom. I think that's pretty relevant, actually. I think that's worth. Okay. They don't like this Rotom. And I'm like, fine, I don't like you either. Jinx would have been enough to knock this out, but they could have always played a Cape or something to prevent that. I'm going to evolve into Gengar. I'm going to play a Rocky Helmet onto it. And I'm going to Hypnoblast. Believe in my boy. Oh, God. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. They need Cape and Potion. They need 2 heals here. And a Giovanni top deck could say no to that. The Rocky Helmet also allows us to deal with the Skarmory if it attacks us, unless it has a cape on it, of course. But having this Jinx in the back, I could have built up the Jinx earlier, but I think it's correct to build up the Gengar first, because the Gengar is more resilient, and the Gengar with the Hypnoblast can slow the game down, giving us time to pump up the Jinx and finish off whatever's left. And that's a dead Dialga. Just like that. And we're going to take it out in the midst of a coma. Beautiful. Is there a point to... Nah, let's just not use this communication. Not until we draw like another Pokemon. And maybe we find ourselves in a situation where we want to build up another Gengar. We go down to 120. Our Gengar is thick enough to take any hit incoming whatsoever. And this Cyrus is everything. They need a cape on the Skarmory. Yep. They Sabrina. That's a pretty weak Sabrina. I can just pivot right back out. Now I do go for the communication. Because if I find Rotom, I can send Rotom in. If not, if I find Ghastly, I can send that in. We can get Hypno Blasted here. But as long as I get the hit on this, I'll be able to revenge it. I have time to build up both, so let's put the energy onto the Ghastly. And let's see if we end the game here with Hypno Blast. I'm expecting it to fail here, though. You know, the RNG tends to balance itself out. So I am expecting a heads here. Yep. I'm gonna act like I 100% predicted that. But they don't have to get theirs going either. I have Cyrus. Oh. Oh, that's what you're doing. Well, I play supporter cards too. In fact, I have that card. The same exact one. All pretty and stuff. And you're done. The red card actually mattered there. It basically forced them to use their Dialga offensively, and the Hypnoblast just coming in. We never even got to see Cyrus. I keep mixing Cyrus with Arceus. Like the two names are just similar, and my brain just shuffles them. Like I think I'm gonna do that until the end of time, honestly. So be patient with me in that regard. But they didn't get to drop the Arceus, and that was kind of everything, really. Okay, Thami, what you got for us? We're going first against Steel. We have the Rotom lead. And Double Haunter in hand. With a pretty Dialga in front. Okay, we find the research. Now, we've been able to defeat this deck. But it is important to note that the Dialga Arceus deck in general is not a great matchup for us. Because our Gengar cannot put the Arceus to sleep, so we kind of need to go second against it. It's one of the reasons why you haven't been seeing Gengar being played like almost at all. Because a lot of status inducers just don't, like Arceus doesn't care about that. And this deck is at the top of the meta for a reason, because it kind of like exploits some of the design flaws within Pokemon Pocket. Like EX basics just being really good on their own, and the moment you can combine two of them like this is just very, very powerful. We could pick up a red card, though, to punish this opener from them. Pokemon Communication into Jinx instead. Okay. I think I might place the energy onto Rotom and start chipping at this. Another Dialga in the back. Would have been nice to be able to red card them. But, you know, so far, I don't see Arceus. Double Dialga is something that we can deal with a lot better than Arceus. We Pokeball again. Find another Ghastly. Deploy energy onto this Haunter. Even though we could place the energy, because if they knock out our Rotom, we can bring in Jinx to retaliate. We have this Haunter here, so we have left a Rotom and 2 Gengars. No, actually, like I need to build this up because with this Pokemon Communication, I feel quite confident that we can pick that up. I'm gonna go ahead and Assault again as we keep this Haunter ready in the back, and we resort to Jinx in the end game. They turbo on us. They definitely have tools in hand. And this Rotom, what this Rotom is accomplishing is it's preventing them. It's essentially preventing them from playing them. Like it's discouraging them from playing them, which also works well with red card because we top deck red card as well. It's really nice here. I kind of feel like I want to go for this Pokemon Communication right here. Like the odds are super, super good for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Pokemon. We have a total of 9. So we have a 66% chance to find the Gengar. So we're going to go for it. Even if it means dropping our Haunter here. The odds are just too great. There we go. No reason to cape here, though. We Hypno. We Hypno Blast here. And we get, oh my god, that is so huge. If Arceus didn't exist, this Pokemon, you would see Gengar a lot more because the HP combined with his super efficient attack is just, it makes it, he's in a vacuum, he's a great stage 2 evolution. He really is. The problem is just that Arceus is Arceus. I can cape and I can pivot right back onto Rotom to finish this and preserve my Gengar healthy. Because they don't feel compelled to heal this. And Rotom dies to the Rocky Helmet, so healing this is just a waste of a potion, technically. They want prior damage on the Gengar, but them placing this tool is something that I can capitalize on. Massive. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to put the energy onto Rotom. We're going to put a giant cape onto Rotom. And we're going to pivot our Gengar right back out so that it doesn't take a huge hit from this incoming Dialga. And I can assault this Dialga, live, and force them to just waste a heavy impact on a Pokemon that's about to go down anyways. Allowing me to bring in my Gengar after. And sealing the deal because I do have Sabrina and Cyrus and Giovanni. I have my 3 trainers here. Giovanni can theoretically allow me to kill this. They put a cape on it, not a Rocky Helmet. That's very relevant because they could Metallic Turbo onto this. Instead, they have a... What the hell is your hand? What the hell is your hand? Oh my god. At this point, we drop the Rotom. We have no more Pokemon communications. And we Hypnoblast again. Oh, Eternal Slumber. Luck is definitely on my side this game. Because of the flips, but also more than anything because of, like, where the hell is Arceus? They Sabrina me. I bring in Rotom. Bring in Rotom. Bring in Rotom. Bring in Rotom. Omega lol. I don't have to put this to sleep. Okay, now I can't help myself. I gotta do this. That's just way too much value. And we could pivot. I mean, we should just pivot right back onto Gengar though. Like we need the extra damage to guarantee that this Cyrus allows us to finish here. I should have Giovanni there just to guarantee. I mean, it doesn't make a difference though because if they have like they can just have double potion. Oh, they could have double potion and Shaman. So I should have Giovanni in case they have double potion and Shaman. They're mad. They disconnected. I don't blame them. That red card must have been... It probably tilted them off the face of the planet, to be honest. I don't mind my luck against Arceus today. I'll take it. It's kind of ridiculous, but I'll take it. But keep that in mind when you play this deck, right? I've had a good run, but Dialga Arceus is not a good matchup. Just keep that in mind. We don't automatically lose to it. We have tools for it, but the fact that, you know, if they go second with Dialga and they ramp into Arceus and they bring in Arceus, it's hard for us to match that, you know? It's the downside of playing Gengar as of right now. But every other matchup is really fun. And one of the key aspects of this deck is because we're playing Psychic types, we get to hard counter the Dialga Arceus counter, which is fighting Lucario. So this is why I would like to see, you know, I'm gonna make use of this, like this opponent just completely disconnecting, to ramble a little bit about, like, if I am to organize Pokemon tournaments, Pokemon Pocket tournaments, I really want to implement Conquest mode, because it would be really nice to be able to ban a specific archetype that can be very oppressive otherwise, and run a lineup that just matches up really well into it, into other stuff essentially, or run a lineup that, you know, can take off, you know, ban its weakness and play well into other archetypes. It would really make the tournament scene a lot more diverse than it currently is. And that's something to talk about. But yeah, what can I say? Rotom putting in the work more than it seems, because there's a lot of games where Rotom comes in and it seems like he's not doing anything, but your opponent is tacking up their hand a lot because they're not playing their tools, which synergizes with our red card, allowing us to punish them for keeping all those cards in hand and just getting a tremendous card. So we're not just playing red card because it combines with the Ghastly in some fringe scenarios. Rotom also plays and synergizes well into it. So yeah, I'm really happy with this cook. I think it's you know, it's a clever deck. You know, maybe I'm tooting my own horn here, but I really like this concept. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a swell day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.